Good morning, good afternoon and good evening, and welcome to our match review for the quarter-final. This is the fourth quarter-final. Obviously the two other quarter-finals were on the day before Friday, and these were England, France, Morocco, Portugal. I'll do a Portugal-Morocco review on its own. I wasn't going to do a Morocco-Portugal review, but I think I will because the Ronaldo factor and everything else. So, look, commiserations to England, and congratulations to France. Look, I was rooting for England. I rooted for them all the way from the start of the competition. I thought they had a really good squad. I thought that, they had a real chance of lifting the trophy. They really did. And they played really well. Like, you can't criticise too much the team because, they played well. They went toe-to-toe with France. The referee wasn't great, if I'm being honest. He really wasn't that good. He missed a lot of fouls. From both sides, if I'm being truthful, but he wasn't great. And France scored first. I think it was about the 20th minute, maybe a little less. The boy from Real Madrid, Kamini or whatever his name is, the one that we were looking at, and he got a fairly banger of a goal. If you want to be a little bit critical, you could probably say that Pickford should have probably saved that. It was a long, long way out. It was way out past the big box. He was 30 yards at least. But it was a good hit. I'm not saying he definitely should have saved it, but I think, he'd be disappointed he didn't make it, that save. I'm not taking anything away from the goal. It was a great hit. But from an England perspective, it would be, it was quite close to me. He was quite close to it in the end. Anyway, England went at them then, and it was to and fro, and it was a really good football game. The level of football, the standards of football was really good. And England played well. I know they're going home in the quarterfinals, but there's no disgrace losing to France. And honestly, I thought they stood up pretty well, and most of them had a good game. So we get into the England goal. Sacco had cut in, and the goal scorer for France fouled him in the box. It was a penalty, and Harry Kane stepped up and planted it into the goal, and it was 1-1. And to be fair, England deserved to be 1-0 because, they played well enough to deserve to get back into the game. Both had opportunities. Kane had a couple of opportunities. Kane had a pretty good game up to the 80th minute, but yeah, he was doing really well. And out of, not so much out of nothing, but out of a decent, it was actually a corner that started. It was headed away. It was recycled back out, and Griezmann picked out Giroud in the box, and Harry Maguire lost him just for a second. And to be fair, it was hit so hard and he headed it that well, it would have been tough. It would be a big ask for Pickford to save that, but again, he was pretty close to it, and it was 2-1. And instead of knocking the stuffing out of England, to be fair, they chased the second goal, and a stupid push, no need for it, on Mason Mount gifted England a second penalty on 83 minutes. The referee didn't give it. I don't know what he was looking at. The first one, was a penalty, but the second one was you could see it was a fucking penalty from miles back. I could see it from the TV, and it happened fast, but you could see he pushed him over. And on the replays, it just made it worse. And yeah, up steps Harry Kane. Again, like, you were thinking, you know, this was 2-0. Game back on, into extra time, maybe penalties. That's the way I was looking at it. And he misses. And not just hits the post or the bar or it's saved. He fucking ballooned it. He bottled it. And he cost his side a chance of getting to the semi-finals. Now, is that a bit harsh? Not really. You know, he was England's penalty taker. To get 2 penalties in the same game at a World Cup quarter-final is quite rare. I know there were penalties, and there's no one arguing the fact, and certainly not me. But, you know, you got to score a penalty, man. You just got to. And if this World Cup has taught us anything, it's the team that takes their chances are the team that goes through. Some teams have tons of chances, and some teams only need 1 or 2. Now, were France better than England? No, I wouldn't have went that far. I think it was fairly even, if I'm being honest. If I really am being honest, I thought it was... Sorry. I'm just recovering from COVID, so I'm still a little bit woozy from the tablets, and my speech is a little bit weird. But yeah, like, certainly England deserved to at least draw that game and then take it to extra time and penalties and see where it ended up. But he missed it, and he ballooned it. Like, he bottled it. I'm not a huge Harry Kane fan. I acknowledge his record. I acknowledge how good he is. But as a person or as a player, I don't rate him. I don't think he's won any trophies in his career. And maybe the moment just got to him. Now, so where does that leave everyone else? Well, that leaves England to go home. And the quarter-final will be a chance missed, especially with Brazil going out, Germany going out, Spain going out, Belgium going out. Like, you'd look at, if England had got over France, you would have looked at the rest of them and went, Jesus, they're going to win this. But, you know, putting the ball in the back of the net is what it's all about. And let's be real, France's 2 goals were good goals. There was nothing jammy about them, there was no controversy. England got 2 penalties, they scored 1, they missed 1, and that's why they're going home. Alright, well, commiserations to England, congratulations to France. It's going to make a good or semi-finals now. I'll do a Morocco and Portugal one, and I'll do a player ratings for England. Thanks for watching, hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you. Last player rating for England in this World Cup in Qatar 2022. Obviously, very unlucky for them to lose 2-1. But anyway, we've got the player ratings. Hit the like and subscribe button if you wouldn't mind. It would really help out the channel. Okay, Jordan Pickford 7. Thought Pickford did alright, actually, to be fair. He made some good saves. Probably a little bit unfair in the review, saying it was probably his fault for any of the goals. I don't think he could have probably got near the first one, looking back on it. And the second one, it would have happened too quickly in front of him. Walker 7. I thought he did well against Mbappe. He did pretty well. John Stone 7. He's been really good this World Cup, and has been England's real good World Cup he's had. He's been a good defender for England. Harry Maguire 6. I said at the beginning of before England started the World Cup that either it'll be Maguire or Pickford who'll cost England, or Southgate. Now, to be fair to Gareth Southgate, I thought he picked an alright side, and his tactics weren't too bad. England looked really good in all the games they played, except for the American game. But Maguire has a habit of turning off, especially on set pieces, corners, and he's always really bad for pace. And he let Giroud go. It's as simple as that. And he got punished. Luke Shaw 7. He did well against Dembele. Rice 8. He was really good. Really good. What a little player. What a player. What a little player. Big player. What a big player he is. Jordan Henderson, as much as I love him though, he's our Liverpool captain, but he's only getting a 6. You know, he had some moments, but he had some careless moments as well. Jude Bellingham is getting an 8. First half he wasn't that great, but second half he was fantastic. Loads of runs. And look, he's going to get my England player of the tournament, if I'm being honest. I don't care if there's golden boots or whatever else. For England, Bellingham was the best player that they had at the tournament, or at least the most consistent player at the tournament. He was an 8 out of 10 to a 9 out of 10 every game. Sacco, 8. He was excellent. He won a penalty. Harry Kane's getting a 6. He would have got an 8 if he'd scored that second penalty, but you just can't miss in a quarter-final of a World Cup. You just can't. And to not even get it on target, you know, fuck. Phil Foden's getting a 6 as well. Other than 1 or 2 runs, I didn't see what else he did. It could be wrong. Correct me if you think I'm wrong. But I just didn't see him do very much. Look, for England to win that, you'd need Hendo having an 8 or a 9. You'd need Kane having an 8 or a 9. And you need Foden having an 8 or a 9. And England would have won. They were just marginally off. And Maguire, there's always a mistake in Maguire. So there's nothing new there. But look, overall, I thought, Gareth Southgate, 6, did okay. He actually did a lot better with his team than I thought he would. But like the amount of talent that England have, the squad they have, like it really is a shame that they're not going further than the quarterfinals. Like, you know, it just, I don't know what it is with England when it comes to tournaments. That was a really good side, and they really gave it to France for parts of the game. And as I said, you don't take your chances, you don't deserve to go through. And they got a chance to level it up. And with the momentum of getting that goal, England probably would have went on to win it. But the game isn't about ifs and buts or maybes, it's about putting the ball in the goal. And France did it twice, and England only managed to do it once. And, you know, I'm sure they'll go off wondering what if. This is the closest team I saw that in my lifetime that I genuinely thought I could actually win it. I just thought that there were just a lot of players coming in at the right times. The players that they selected were pretty good. You know, this is a really good England side. I've seen some rubbish English teams over the years at tournaments, but this was a good side. But they got home. So a lot of English on our group. So my commiserations to them. I really mean that. I can only imagine the pain you feel knowing that, like, yous were up there and yous really gave the world champions a game, and to go out on a missed penalty must sting a lot. Anyway, that's it for the minute. Will I do a review of the semi-finals? I don't know. It depends if I watch them. As it's getting closer to Christmas, I'm getting busier in work, so I'm not promising how much I'll go. I'll obviously do the first Premier League game back up on Boxing Day. Liverpool are playing, so I'll go back to doing Liverpool videos, obviously. But I'm hoping to watch the semi-final and the final. But as I say, with Christmas coming, I just don't see it happening. But yeah, I'll do Morocco-Portugal tomorrow. But yeah, look, commiserations to England. We hold your heads up high. He's played well in the tournament. He's played well in this game. You know, you didn't bottle the game. You just bottled one kick of it, and it's cost you badly. And I do feel sorry for you. But anyway, well done to France. On onwards and upwards to the next game for them. Probably an Argentina-France final. Possibly. But who knows? Honestly, who fucking knows? Could be a Morocco final with someone at this point. They're going really well. Okay, that's it. Hit the like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you for the next one.